I did not fully understand about it. Why it is true and I mean checkbox is it true and textbook is false? Could you explain about it? I'm not fully understand about it. Thank you.
All right, so for checkbox, it only has two value, right? So it is either being checked or not checked at all. So if it's checked, then that one is true. If it's not checked, then that one is false. So that is the method.
Oh, thank you, sir.
But for text box, of course, it can contain number or strings. You cannot set it to true or false only. So in that one, you have to either convert it to Boolean first before getting the true value or false value. Okay, or maybe you're getting the entire correct phrase. So if you put in the text box the word yes, then that is the phrase. Then if you say, or you put no, then that is other phrase. So you have to like code that one or program that one for you to get exact phrase. So depending on your code. But for checkbox, of course, it's either true or false. So what else? Maybe you still have a question while waiting for the others. All right, Mr. Mapeo. Mr. Mapeo. Mr. Mapeo, are you there?
Mateo, are you there?
Nag-leave naman na yata. Yeah, Mr. Mapeo is not here anymore. Anyway, I was just about to tell him that, don't worry, this uh, discussion is recorded anyway, so you can view it anytime. Anyway, so how about the others? Do you guys have a question? Question?
Yes, ano sir, pagpapasa po ng activity po namin.
So, how? Paano? Anong question din?
Yung pag-save po ng file, yung naka-zip po ata yan.
Alright, so let me just give you a quick demo on how to compress your file into zip or RAR file. Okay. Where did I put that one? All right, so can you guys see my screen?
Yes, sir.
So for example, this is your folder activity. So in my case, the name is exercise 1, so that depends on the name of your folder. So just right click that one. Okay, and then you'll see this one. And then choose compress an email. And then now you have a choices. So it could be RAR, RAR5, or zip file. So you can choose either of those two, RAR or zip file. So in my case, I'll just choose RAR. Okay, and then click OK. Then just close this one. And that's it already.
Sir,
already,
ano ulit? Excuse me,
huh?
sir. Sir, paano ulit?
Right click the folder. So first of all, you should have a RAR application or a zip file application. So just download. You must have a WinRAR. Okay. So you can download it here in Softonic or not here. There are legitimate website WinRAR. So you can click this one and then download the application, then install this one. So once you have, or once you already have this one, then you will have the ability to compress the certain file. So a folder, a video, any kind actually, any file format, you can compress that one into RAR file. So the benefit of having or converting a certain file into RAR file or zip file, first of all, it will get compressed. So let's say from 100 megabytes, it will become 50 megabytes. So yeah, shrinkable or lesser size. And then second, of course, the names will not be changed. Because in some cases, in uploading in Canvas, the name will be changed. All right, so did you guys try that one already? On how to convert your folder or any file into a RAR file or a zip file?
Sir,
Have you tried? Na-try nyo?
Yes, sir.
Is it working? Did it work?
Okay naman, sir.
Then upload this one to Canvas. Okay. So again, in uploading in Canvas, make sure that it is the entire folder, not just what is inside of the folder. Okay. Because of course you'll be needing this one, you'll be needing this one also. Okay. Everything that is inside of that folder is important. All right. So if you guys doesn't have a question anymore, so we'll continue our discussion now. Or do you guys still have a question? So who else has a question? Question? So wala. So dyan pa ba kayo? Are you guys still alive?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Alright, so
sir.
you guys doesn't have a question anymore, then let's continue. So lastly, in operators is we have not and then or. So as I told you a while ago, we have or. So if it's or, if one statement, so either of those two, one statement is already true, then the entire statement is already true. But if you're going to use an operator and, then both conditions should be true to make the entire statement true. Okay. And then for not, so this is just simply same with negation. Okay. So not 5 means -5. Not -5, so means +5. So negative times negative, positive. The same with our pick out this one. Normal mathematics. Okay. So not is the same with negative or negation. Okay. So let's have an exercise. So we're not going to answer all of those exercises. So we'll only answer 1 to 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So the rest, I'll leave that to you as your a practice exercise or practice activity. All right, so write the relational expressions for the following statements. So number 1, so write G does not exceed 20. All right, so supposedly, you're going to do this one in a 1/4 sheet of paper if this is a normal class setup, like, not an online, but of course we're going to go to the school. But since this is online, then I'll just hear you guys out. So whatever will be your answer, then that's it. And then if you're correct, then congratulations. And if you're incorrect, then I'll just put the correct answer. Okay. So this is like call this one graded recitation. But of course, that is not true, since I'm aware that some of you has excuses like wasn't able to connect to the internet right now, sir. The internet connection is quite slow. So to give fairness, or to give consideration to the others, so I won't be going to give this or going to have this as a graded recitation. Instead, just a non-graded participation or a non-graded recitation. So number one, variable g does not exceed 20. So what are your answers in variable g does not exceed 20? So let me just give you an example. Okay, so variable g does not exceed 20. So g should be less than or equal to 20. Okay, so simple as that. About number two, variable ave is more than 80. So that's the condition. Anyone who wants to answer?
Sir.
How do you write this one?
Sir, Ave is greater than 80.
Ave should be greater than 80. Can I put here equal?
No, sir.
Because it should be more than 80. Yes, I can put here equal, but I have to change this one into 81. Okay, so this one now is true. Number two. Okay, to make it simple, then just make it 80. How about number three? Variable speed is from 50 to 75. Anyone? Anyone who wants to answer number three? None? All right, so let me answer this one. So we have from 50 to 75. You can put here speed. So it should be from, yeah, greater than, less than, or equal to. There you go. So speed should be greater than or equal to 50, and then the limit is up to 75. Or you can do this one instead. So should be greater than 50, greater than or equal to 50, and greater than or equal to 75. So you can use a logical operator end. Okay, so this one now, speed is ranging from 50 to 75. How about number four? So if you guys have a question, so feel free to interrupt me anytime. Number four, variable temp must be divisible by 3. Any idea? Anyone who wants to answer number 4? Hello? So are you guys still there? Guys, an idea? All right, so number 4, temp. So you're going to use integer division and then 3. All right, so let's say the value of this temp is 3, then 3 divided by 3 is 1. So yes, this one is divisible by 3. Okay, but how about if the value of your temp is 2? 2 divided by 3. So in normal mathematics, if it's division, you're going to get 0.66 or 0.67, right? But in integer division, we're only getting the whole number, which is 0. Okay, so if the answer in number 4 is 0, then that value, or that the value of temp, is not divisible by 3. Okay, so 3 and above is divisible by 3. The rest, 3 and below, or 2 or below, is not divisible by 3 anymore. Okay, so you can use integer division to check whether that variable is divisible by 3 or not, or divisible by a certain value. Okay, question so far?
Wala, sir.
All right. So how about number 5? Variable weight is no less than 60.5. Anyone who wants to answer this one? Yeah, this is for grade 1. So all of you should already know this one. So weight should be greater than or equal to 60.5. Okay. So that's how you answer those numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The rest, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I will leave this one as your practice activity. So this is not graded. So this is just for you to enhance your critical thinking or analysis. Right? So let's have an exercise. Oops. Yeah. Let's have an exercise. Number 1. So the total resistance of a series circuit is the sum of all individual resistance values. Okay, so write a program that allows the user to input for 2 resistor values. So we have the R1 and R2 using text boxes. So we now have 2 text boxes for your R1 and R2. And then compute and display the total resistance of a circuit. So this is where you're going to show your answer or the result of this computation. So seems familiar, right? So all you need to do is add the 2 text boxes. So to show you the solution, so this is quite the same actually with your activity 1, okay? But instead of using variable R1, we have variable A. Instead of using variable R2, we have variable B, okay? So I will leave this to you guys since you guys already know this one, okay? So this is quite similar with your activity 1, okay? So text box 1, so whatever is the value of your text box 1 will go to the variable R1. Whatever is the value of your text box 2 will go to the variable R2. And then lastly, you're going to add the values of those 2 and then will be shown to the text box 3.text, which is this one. Okay, so that's how you answer this exercise number 1. So just simply copy, paste, or redo the same, but instead put a graph on put what do you call that one? Picture box. Put a picture box on your program. Okay, so that's for the exercise number 1. And then for exercise number 2, so write a VB program that computes the total current in a series circuit consisting of 3 resistors and a voltage source. So the relationship for the total current is this one. So we have here a formula. So of course, in circuits, for you to get the total current, you must get the total voltage divided by total resistance. Okay, so in this case, we have 3 resistance, then you should add those 3 resistance or all of the resistance to get the RT. Okay, so IT stands for the total current in amps, and then VT stands for voltage source in volts, and then R1, R2 are your resistor. So it says here, allow the user to input for the values of the 3 resistors and the voltage source. Okay, so we have here the 3 resistors and then the voltage source. And then just use the formula VT divided by R1 plus R2 plus R3. So make sure that the R1 plus R2 plus R3 is enclosed with a bracket or a parenthesis, okay? For you to get the RT first before dividing that to your VT. Okay, so we have here the code. So declare 1, 2, 3, 4 variables. We have R1, R2, R3, and then the VT. Okay, and then whatever is the value of text box 1, this one will go to your R1. Text box 2 will go to your R3, R2. Text box 3 will go to your R3, and then text box 4, this one will go to your VT, or total voltage. So just use this formula once you're done in assigning their values, and then you'll get the total current in text box 5.x. Okay, so you can do this one in your VB. But then again, avoid copy pasting the entire code, since this one, 5.8 sub button 1 click is not complete. Okay, so double click the button first, and then you can copy this one. And then just make sure that the arrangement of your text boxes is the same with this one. So this one should be your text box 1, text box 2, text box 3, 4, and then 5. Okay.
So, kailangan ba lagyan ng background image?
Not necessary. I don't actually check the aesthetic of your program, but for somehow it might give me the mood to give you some plus points if your program is not correct. So yeah, if you put some effort, then you might get some plus points. Okay, if there's an commendable aesthetic on your program, quite good in my eyes actually. Other question? You guys have a question regarding with exercise 1 and 2? So in exercise number 2, you should also include this one. So put a picture box beside it, okay, beside this one, and then that's it already. Okay. So you can use the snipping tool to get this one. Okay. So how do you use the snipping tool? Just open your Windows and then type snipping tool, and then you will see this one. Okay, and then click new, then just get that one. Then you can copy this one and then paste it to or you can save this one first. Okay, and then you can now import this one to your Visual Basic or Visual Studio. Okay, so for exercise number 3, so it is quite the same with your problem number 2 or exercise number 2, but in here you need to include computations for VR1, VR2, and then VR3. So what are those VRs? So those are the drop or voltage drop of each resistor. So of course, since it's a resistor, then it will drop some voltage as you pass by onto that resistor. So VR1, so the formula of VR1 is IT times R1. VR2 is IT times R2. VR3 is IT times R3. Okay, and then just take note that whatever is the summation of your VR1, VR2, and then VR3, so it should be the same with your total voltage. Okay, so I guess exercise 1, 2, 3 is super easy. So I will add this one as your additional requirements, okay, in your final laboratories. Question so far? Question, guys?
None, sir.
Okay, so in here, just add 3 text boxes, okay? So still the same, you still have this code for your exercise number 2, and then just add 5, 6, 7, no, 6, 7, and then 8, okay, for your VR1, VR2, and then VR3, okay, and then their formula.
Sir,
Yes?
excuse me po. Paano po pagka yung sa visual po, ang lumabas lang po is yung pang design lang po pero wala pong encoding po ng codes?
You mean just this one?
Ayun po. Apo, ang lumabas lang po yung pang design lang.
So just double click any object, let's say the form, then it will lead you to your coding area.
Sige po, sir. Salamat po.
So just double click any object. How about the others? Do you guys have a question? Question.
Sir, so sa exercise number 2, parehas lang po pero may nadagdag. Ay, sa exercise number 3, parehas po sa exercise number 2. Nadagdag
Yes.
lang yung tatlo.
Yes, VR1, VR2, VR3, which is already given. So yeah, basically all of your activities right now are bonus actually. So all of the procedures, all of the sample codes are already in there. So it's just a matter of making those activities work. Okay? All right. So, supposedly this will be your quiz in a normal setup class, wherein I'll only give you guys 1 hour to do this Seatwork 1, 2, Seatwork 1 and 2 only. Okay? But since I won't be able to monitor you, so I'll give you guys maybe, what is the date today? August 1. Okay, so I'll give you guys a deadline until Wednesday, next week Wednesday. So that would be August 5. Okay, so I will leave this
Saturday
one.
ba, sir?
Yes, today is Saturday. So you guys have 1, 2, 3, 4, a total of 4 days. So you can submit before 11:59 or at exactly 11:59 p.m. So if it's already 12 o'clock, then that's already Thursday. So you guys have a total of 4 days. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 days. Okay. So I will leave this one, Seatwork number 1 and 2, to be your quizzes. Okay, first and second quizzes in finals. All right. So we should have the same output. Okay. So it's just a matter of making it work. So analyze those formulas, analyze everything. Okay. So you guys may ask a question regarding with this one. Right now, I'll give you guys 2 minutes. So take time to analyze. Yes?
Sir, i-add din po yung picture.
Yes, include the picture also. So just put a mini picture box and then put this picture. VRVL. I think there's a correction in this one. So given the circuit shown below, develop a VB program that allows the user to input values for resistor R, inductor L, frequency F, and the voltage source Vs. Thereafter, it will compute and display the voltage drop across this VM. XL, yeah, that's right, that's right. Put frequency. Resistor, conductor. Alright, so guys, correction. Please do take note that this one is not conductor. This one is inductor. Okay? So input inductor value instead of conductor. Then the rest are the same. No. This one also. So please change this one from conductor into an inductor. Okay. So are we clear on that one? Since we don't have a conductor in this one, all we have is inductor. So this one is inductor. This one is also inductor. Questions so far? Question, guys?
Yung sa formula po, sir, parang ang gulo.
Ano yan?
Yung sa formula po, parang ang gulo po.
Formula. Okay, so we have a pi value actually. So how to put a pi value? So you can use math.pi. So 2 times is asterisk, and then math.pi, and then times f, then times l. So it's just a matter of assigning the value of the text boxes of those variables. So what is the value of f in your text box? What is the value of l in your text box? Okay, no more question? All right, so I'll take that as no more question. Okay, so for your exercise number, Seatwork number 2, or your quiz number 2 rather, so the area of an ellipse is given by the formula area is equal to pi times a times b. Okay, so the circumference of an ellipse is given by the formula C is equal to pi times the square root of 4 times a plus b squared. Okay, so write a program to calculate and display the area and circumference of an ellipse by allowing the user to input for the minor a and then major b. Okay, so once you have the minor a and then major b, then use the formula pi times a times b. Okay, so you can use the math.pi for the value of pi, and then math.sqrt for the square root. Okay, and then this exponentiation symbol or operator for the exponent. And then please include this one also, this picture. So just use the snipping tool and then save it and then import it to your Visual Studio. So in here, we only have two input, one output. Input A, input B, and then output. Question so far? Question, guys? So are you guys still there?
Yes, sir. Sir, paano po hanapin yung... Wala ba?
How to find the... Pardon, what is that?
Sir, okay.
Huh?
Sir,
Okay
wala
na?
po, wala. Apa.
Okay, sige. Alright, so next one. There's a lot. Assignment. Okay, so wait. Alright, so I will not give this one as your quiz anymore or assignment anymore. So we will answer this one later on. Okay, so we only have 2 minutes left. So again, this Zoom meeting is only limited for 40 minutes. So we have to create another room again or I'll just give you guys another link for us to continue the next topic. So while we still have 1 minute and 54 seconds, do you guys have a question regarding with your first and second quiz?
None, sir.
None. All right. How about you, Mr. Mapeo? Mr. Mapeo, are you there? Mapeo. I guess Mr. Mapeo is not here anymore. Yeah, he's not here. How about the others? Do you guys have a question? Question?
Sir,
Yes?
sir, kailan ko pala yung deadline ng mga naunang activity ko?
Yung mga nauna activity, siguro ibigay ko na lang yun hanggang or before finals. Okay, so next week pa.
Thank you, sir.
Itong mga to, the first quiz and then the second quiz, the deadline will be on Wednesday. Okay, since this is a quiz. So for your laboratories, like your activities. So I'll give that one maybe before or after the final exam. So maybe, let's see, maybe I will still accept some of your laboratories after the final exam.
Sir, ilalagay lang po namin yung picture po sa design tapos